Hi girl, I've been waiting for you. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do your own makeup by yourself using minimal products, and it's going to be a look that you can wear for basically any occasion. I'm literally never going to use everything inside this bag, but just go and grab your makeup. I'll wait for you. The first thing is to make sure that your skin is moisturized. Whether you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, I don't want to hear because I know some of you, when you want to do your makeup, you go and use makeup wipes and clean all the oils on your face, which is fine if you're going to moisturize after. But this one, you clean everything and just go straight in with makeup because your face was shining and you don't want your face to be shiny under the makeup. Make sure your skin is clean and moisturized, whether you're using wipes, whether you're washing it, and obviously your hands should be clean. Like, that's a no-brainer. You moisturize, use your serum, your toner, whatever you want to use, like your skincare basically, right? You do it. Then the next step is to prime. Primers that you use for your skin is based on what type of skin that you have. Is it oily? Is it dry? Is it combination? Combination means you have dry and oily. So you have some areas in your skin that is oily and then you have some areas of your skin that is dry. The products used generally depends on A, what type of skin you have, B, what type of finish you want to achieve. So if you want like a dewy, glowy finish, you would go in with like illuminating primers, dewy foundation. Do you want a matte finish? Do you want a silky finish? They're all like different things to know. This is an illuminating primer. I'm not going to be using this today. And then these are silicone primers. I have a matte primer, but I don't know where it is. I want to stand up. So I'm just going to use the one I have here, and I'm going to be using this one today. It kind of smoothens your skin. So I will list everything that I used in the description, and I'll also like recommend places where you can get authentic makeup products from. I don't know if you can see, but my face looks smoother. Like that primer kind of blurred out my pores. Personally, I would recommend like matching your foundation to your chest and not your neck. Some people have hyperpigmentation on their necks, so I don't recommend matching your foundation to your neck, and also not your face, because some people's faces are lighter based on we wash our faces the most and like all the products that we use on it. So, but your chest is, it kind of tells like the truest, in my opinion. Anyway, you can still do what you want. But the next thing is foundation, and we're going to be using a beauty sponge that is damp. It's not wet, so if I squeeze it, water is not coming out of it. It's not going to like make things wet. It's damp. Usually when I wash it, I use a paper towel and just wrap it and make sure I squeeze every bit of water that is in it. My foundation has basically finished, so I have to open it. You don't need to put it at the back of your hand though, but it's just for control, and you don't need a lot of products. That is fine. I decided to just come closer so that you see what I'm doing very well. But I'm just going to like pounce the sponge into that foundation that I put on my hand and do almost like I'm blending it on my hand so that the product kind of spreads evenly on the beauty sponge. So I like to start at the perimeter of my face, and the reason is that we have less visible pores towards this area of our faces, and then some people have hyperpigmentation around that area, so it is easier to just concentrate the products there, and then when it is more sheer, you now move it towards the center of your face that has more visible pores and, you know, can end up looking a bit cakey and stuff, and it's just easier to work that way. So tapping motions, I'm not swiping, I'm tapping. The sponge is just going to do all the work for you. So now whatever is left on my beauty sponge, I'm going to lightly tap it on my forehead. I don't add extra products because I don't know, I don't like the look of it when there's like so much foundation on your forehead. It looks very like I'm wearing a face mask. You can see it like this. It looks very, you know, the skin under the eye is very, very thin. It's delicate, so you don't want to like put so many layers of products on it. If not, it's going to look cakey. That's why I didn't necessarily put foundation there, because I'm going in with concealer, 2 shades lighter maximum. That's what you use for your concealing. And then I'll put it here. Put it down the bridge of my nose and just a little bit on my forehead. So there's setting spray and then there's fixing spray. Setting spray helps your makeup just melt in together. It makes it look like skin and just less cakey, while fixing spray locks in your makeup and makes it last like all day. The reason I'm using setting spray here is because personally for me, I find that it just, first of all, it makes everything blend easier, and then it adds to the longevity of my makeup. Also, notice how I did not blend my concealer out immediately. When you let your concealer sit for a bit, it makes it more full coverage, meaning you're using less product for more. I also did not blend it out immediately after I sprayed. Setting sprays in my eye. Also, notice how I did not blend the concealer right after I sprayed that setting spray while my skin was still like drenched. I would wait until it's like kind of dry, almost dry, like how it looks like this now. I can blend. I'm just starting with the places where I don't need that much coverage, like on my chin, corners of my mouth here. The place I need coverage the most is my under eye, so that's where I'll blend last. And then when it comes to my under eyes, I would start at the outer corner as well. So keep that in mind, because in my face, I also say at the outer corner of my face to blend. And then underneath my eyes, I also start at the outer corners. And I'm starting here because I don't exactly need that much coverage at this corner of my eyes. Where I need it is right here. But this part is just going to add like a lift, like a lifted effect to your face. So now I'm blending the under eyes, and I'm still starting from the outer part before I work my way in. And I'm looking up to just make sure that I blend everything properly, especially because normally we have creases in our eyes. I'm putting that same concealer on my eyelid to just make everything like the same color, because normally your eyes are darker. Just flip back to the place that you used for your foundation and go over the place where your concealer and foundation meet to just make sure that everything is well blended and there's no harsh lines or like demarcations, so everything just looks seamless. Honestly, if I was just doing this for myself, I would go in with a lighter concealer after that first concealer, because I like a brighter under eyes. But since I'm just showing you how to do your makeup, let's just leave it here and go in with powders. As a beginner, I don't think you need cream products like cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlight. I don't think you need it. It's not necessary. It's just easier to work with powders than it is to work with like cream products and like liquid products. So for powder, I like to go in with a compact powder in like a light shade under my eyes and my skin tone shade on the rest of my face before I now go in with setting powder and like bronzer and every other thing. I'm just setting that place again underneath my eyes again, making sure that there are no creases before I go in with my powder. You can absolutely use your beauty blender, but I'm using my powder puff. Okay, I'm looking up like that and I'm just applying that powder, and I'll keep tapping it until it disappears like that. This is personally not even the shade I would use, but it's the only one I have close by, so that's why I'm using it. And it's going to add brightness since it has like a yellow undertone. Everywhere that I applied concealer, I'm just going to be adding this powder. I'm even putting it on my eyelids since I put concealer there. And I'm using my skin color shade and I'm just going over everywhere that I applied foundation. Your skin should be looking something like this. It's probably set. There's no place that still has just foundation on. I set it with powder But the next step now is to add some color back to my skin. So that's where blush and bronzer comes in. Some people mistake bronzer for highlights in Nigeria. Bronzer is not highlight. Bronzer is different. Bronzer adds like warmth to your skin. Highlight is literally like shimmer. Let me show you. It's so bright. Can you see? This is your highlight. This is my bronzer. So they are different. But for some reason, I hear people say bronzer and then they're referring to this. This is not your bronzer. But what I was actually going to say is that there's bronzer and then there's contour. Bronzer adds like warmth to your skin. So it's like a warm type of brown. Some of them are reddish and then some of them are more towards the neutral side, but it's still like brown. Contour adds a shadow to your skin. So it's almost like it's giving like grayish brown, while bronzer is giving like warm, rich, chocolatey brown. It really doesn't matter too much the type of brush that you're using. I mean, I won't say that it doesn't matter, but you can almost get away with any type of brush, especially if you're just doing bronzer and powder bronzer for that matter. Can you see the difference in my face already? This side has more color. I'm going to use this one for my nose, this shade, maybe a bit of this, like this one. Holding my brush like towards the end so that the pressure is very light. I'm using this brush. It's like a tapered blending brush, so tapered as per it comes together. Taking it into my brows like this, and then I'm going underneath my nose. Now I'm going in with setting powder, same powder puff. I'm just going to put a bit on the cover like this, just like this. When I put the powder, I press it at the back of my hand so that the product is like properly dispersed, and then once again I'll look up. But this one I'm going in with like a heavier layer than that first powder. Pinch that powder puff like this and use it to carve out my nose. And then put it at the center of my nose as well. And I'll go over everywhere I put concealer again. So around my mouth, especially on like my smile line area, because it creases. A bit on my forehead. This one is because I kind of get oily. A bit on this area on my cheek. This one is also because yes, the powder just fell. Some people don't like this spot. It makes my makeup last longer. So this part is solely for if you have an oilier or combination skin. These are the two eyeshadow palettes I have here with me. This is what this one looks like. So you can definitely use this ones as like blush and eyeshadow and maybe eyeliner. You can use it for a bunch of different things. So I'm going to be going in with this pink. Maybe I'll mix a bit of this orange. Fun fact is that I got this brush from all those like children's brush sets. It's really, really soft, and I just like how it applies products. No, you don't need to smile to apply your blush. As long as you know where you place it, you don't need to smile. But if I was a beginner, maybe I don't know, right? So I'm not even putting it on my cheeks. I put it like almost underneath my eyes. That's how I like it. It gives like this baby doll effect. So I'm going back in with my bronzer. I'm just doing this. And I'm kind of dragging it out to just blend in with my face. I'm just assuming you don't know how to draw your eyeliner as a beginner. I'm going to take back this eyeshadow palette. I'm taking this brown shade here and I'm just going to follow the shape of my eyes. So I'll look down into a mirror like this, right? And at the corner of my eyes here, I'm just going to use the brush and do this. Like I'm not adding any, I'm just using from that corner, I'm just dragging it with an angled type brush like this, and then I'll pull it back and just go on my eyelid very messily. Like you don't have to be precise, almost like I'm shading it. Just like that. And then the other side. So this is what I did, right? like this on the corner of my eye, and then I just drag it. I drag it like this, and then I just start to paint like this. This is not the right brush to use, but I'm working with what I have with me here, and you should do the same. Like, it's not that serious. Your eyes should be looking something like this. I like to add like a dark eyeliner or like kajal type something underneath my eyes. To me, it just makes it look brighter. So pulling down like this, and then I would look into the mirror and apply. Just like that. My eyes are a bit watery. It's not even about being a pro, because sometimes your eyes get watery, but this eye looks brighter than this eye. That's all done. Look how my eyes are looking. It looks like I tried. Meanwhile, I basically just put my bronzer and then slapped a bit of brown, smudged it. Anyways, I dipped my brush into my face powder, compact powder, and I'm going to use it to dust off that setting powder. You can see how my face looks like I applied powder. Watch. I'm scared. I don't want it to hurt my eyes. Can you see how that's looking less powdery? Like, it looks like skin, right? It's the power of a setting spray. Now I'm applying some mascara, and honestly, you can stop here. Like, you don't have to put false lashes, but I'm going to be putting false lashes because I just want to. So I'm not really even focusing on the mascara. I'm just kind of brushing it on my eyelashes because I want it to be dark so that I can blend with the false lashes. The purpose of putting that brown on your lash line is so that your lashes look fuller when you apply mascara, and it also just gives you like a natural wing liner without actually committing to a wing liner, unless you know how to do it. If you know how to do a wing liner, fine, then you can go ahead and just do that. But if you're a beginner and you don't know how to do a wing liner, this is like a cheat code. It's still going to give you the same type of vibe. So while my lashes are drying, I'll just do my lips. So I'm using this lip liner that I just opened. Oh wow, I see what you were saying for my friend, because we bought the same shade and she was telling me that it was too brown for her. So I'm not even surprised at the color because I have this in truffle, and truffle is like a light brown. Personally, I don't mind it like this, but since you were saying that it's too like brownish, which I totally understand. So after lining your lips like this, just go and take your brow pencil and outline, go over the line, like go over it. Like on the outside of it. While I was just showing you how you can maneuver that like overly brown this thing, I overly overlined and it looks a bit crazy, but if I clean it, it will literally have a patch of skin showing. So I'm just going to work with it like this. Okay, it's not bad, it's just it's a lot, a little bit extra work, but it makes all the difference, and it looks really good. It gives like a very ombre lippy vibe. It's cute. So do that. It's just a darker brown pencil. The one used for your brows is going to be fine. The lashes are on. I'm just going to be applying lip gloss, and if I apply a red lip, you're going to think that I did like a full beat down. This is the brush I would typically use for highlighter, but you can use your hand, and I'm going to show you how. It's almost like I'm doing like an exclamation mark. So a straight line and then a dot. Just like that. For fixing spray, I have this too. I've never used this one before, so I'm going to use this one today. But this one is tested and trusted, approved. So this is the finished look. It's really simple. You can literally wear for any occasion. If you change the lipstick, like, the whole look has changed. You don't need a lot of products. I didn't use everything that was inside that bag, so yeah, love that.